Hey sports bettors, thanks for stopping by. My name is Boyd. I'm an instructor with OddsJam. I teach beginners and struggling sports bettors how to profit using data-driven analytics, market insightful tools, things like that. We do it from A to Z, beginner to people that have been doing it for quite some time. So it's what I offer, it's what I do. And today's video is all about what the sports books are hiding from you, or some of the things they don't want you to know, which is kind of interesting, right? You're probably saying, what? what? Well, we're going to talk about that. So those of you who have been by the channel quite a bit, you know I have an offer of a scorecard quiz. It's a sports betting quiz. So for you newbies that haven't been by the channel yet, make sure you like, make sure you share, because we're going to get all the betting content for you here to help you get educated and elevated. Now what I've got is a link down below. It's called the Scorecard app. It's basically a 25-question quiz. It takes about 2 minutes, and it's really, really cool because it's going to help you identify strengths, weaknesses, kind of where you stand in the sports betting knowledge base, understanding base. If you have kind of what it takes to profit over and over again, which is what I do, which is what I coach. I'm an instructor for at OddsJam and here to help you, which again, if you want to set up a free one-on-one consultation, talk about your scenario, where you're located, some of the opportunities you might want to, consider taking to take advantage of profiting in sports betting, turn that passion into profit sort of thing. Happy to help you get all that set up. But that's the beginning part of this. Again, more value add, but let's get into the video. All right, here we go. So we're talking about today's video, what the sports books are holding back. And this is via the legalsportsreport.com. Kind of check out some different articles they have here. It's kind of interesting. You can see all the various states and the revenue. You can see here the gross revenue, the handle, which is basically all the money they took in, the revenue. And then the whole, this number here is the percentage, basically of their commissions and so forth that they are, charging their sports bettors. Here's the taxes that are generated for the various states. I'm here in Colorado. It looks like we had about $81 million out of this 1.3 billion revenue piece, with a handle of about 19.5. So we're actually pretty low compared to New Jersey, New York, Nevada, things like that. Illinois is doing a great job as well. But this, this is something that they're not withholding, but they're certainly not starving. So when we get limited as sports bettors because we have some tools and some resources to identify value bets, it kind of pisses you off, right? I mean, if they can't compete and they're not doing a very good job, you can see here South Dakota's got a lot of room for growth. But my point is, it's not what they're hiding from you, it's what they're not really offering and giving. And I'm going to get into that more on the next point coming up next. All right, guys, name of the video here is what the sports books are hiding from you and want you to not know. Well, sometimes it's not necessarily what they're hiding. It's what they're putting out right directly in front of you. Right out here, the same game parlays. And we all know these same game parlays are really a losing proposition unless you have some of the tools, some of the resources that OddsJam can help you find an edge. So what I'm saying is the sports books are putting things out there in front of you that to typically not have an edge, not have a value. And if they are available, again, they're going to be difficult to beat and difficult to win at consistently. Right here, it says 1,000 ways to bet. Well, that's great. But unless you have the data and have the market edge and the insight, there's 1,000 different ways to lose. Really? They don't tell you that the mainline bets are very, very efficient. The NFL, most difficult market to really do well at on mainline bets. They're not going to share with you a lot of the strategies. They're going to provide different statistics and information throughout the sports book that really doesn't do you a lot of good relative to having any value and helping you at all. So it's not about what they're hiding, it's about what they're showing. Another thing you can look into is the promos, the bonuses, and things like that are going to be not necessarily getting hidden, but they sure as hell aren't easy to find and read and understand the terms, understand how this all works when you go to cash certain things out. Here you go, you sign up for some of these promos, and you get these all set up and ready to go, and you want to cash out and take advantage of that, and you have to read the fine print to say, oh, it's a 10x rollover, or oh, there's only certain times of the day you can do it. So some of these promos you really have to read and understand and acknowledge, especially as a new user, how they work. And so I just bring this up because, not necessarily, again, picking on Caesars because they all do it, but you really need to read the fine print and how they actually can work as far as the bonuses, the rollovers, and all of this happens for you as a player, because otherwise you're going to be very, very disappointed and very, very frustrated if you don't clearly understand the terms, which are kind of a hidden value. Now, another thing they're not going to show you and offer you is the fact that the data-driven, market insightful tools at OddsJam work. And I can promise you all the data and the stats, the information that they have on their websites to say, hey, look at this. It's a percentage of the tickets are on this side, a percentage of the money's over here, and all that fluff and all that noise. It's already baked into the price, guys. They already are managing that with their traders and doing a good job of handling this risk on their own with their sports book, wherever they're located. Now, they're not going to tell you that the tools at OddsJam work. In fact, I heard one very high up sportsbook operator talk about the piranhas or the barracudas of OddsJam, and I think they clearly know that the pricing is a very, very critical key way to win. And by doing that type of betting strategy and method, which again is what I teach and help people understand, is really an absolutely positive way to go. And they're not going to show you that. They're not going to teach you that. They're not going to let you know. Of course, I get it. It's a business, but that's one thing they're hiding. They don't want you to know. All right, guys, there you go. It's not about what the sports books are hiding. It's more or less what they're trying to propose and push and get in front of you and have you participate in their promos and some of those things that are very, very out there in front of you. And you have to ask yourself, this is probably going down a rabbit hole I don't really want to go. And of course, I'm not going to ever come out and talk about, positive EV bets and the market edge and the market pricing and, their market width and their hold percentages, all those things that actually matter and actually are, something you really need to be more aware of to be profitable over and over again in sports betting. But again, hopefully this is kind of a helpful video to where you start to kind of question things and look at things at the sports books and ask yourself, well, do I have an edge? Do I really want to put my hard-earned money into something that, looks a little bit skeptical? So anyway, just food for thought. Hope you got a little educational enjoyment out of this video. If you did, make sure to like and join the channel. Share with a friend that might need to know the same information as well. And as always, let's go make some mathematical money.